31st of July, the end of the month, and that means I'm doing an audit of the whole July. And to say the least, it wasn't as good as June. Now, I haven't filmed as many videos, I haven't trained as much as I did in June, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be depressed about it, and I'm making this video for the sole purpose to actually tell you that if you have a bit of a worse month in some areas than the month before, you shouldn't go into depression mode, and that's why I'm also gonna make the whole plan of August in this video, but also I'm gonna make some frameworks to actually stick to what I'm doing. By the way, as I'm editing this video, I just want to say that journaling, routines, or things of that nature won't make you rich. Even building out content alone, although you can make money, there's still a limitation, of course. Now, the thing about this is that I'm an overthinker, and journaling just helps me brain dump at the end of the day, and that's what I do for like 10 minutes. Just summarize the day, or sometimes when I don't have anything to write, I won't, but usually I do, and that's why I do it. Morning routine, as you will be able to see, is also pretty quick, as well as the night routine, but you have to have some kind of a routine to kind of get into that work state, to tell your brain, oh, I'm gonna work now, actually. Just like the stretch you repeat before doing your workout in the gym, or things of that nature. That's all I wanted to say, so let's get back to the video. Now, I can also make a couple excuses of me not being at home, but it was really just the systems I was using were not built to withstand me changing environments, and that was the ultimate thing that decided me not hitting certain goals. And to show you, I'm gonna actually pull up my journal and show you what I mean. As you can see in my journal, there are a lot of X's, a lot more than there were when it comes to the month of June. But yeah, I can actually show you May as well, and April. Look at this. Nothing basically in May, and even less in April, so I'm making big strides actually, even though it may seem that I took a little step back compared to June. I am actually making progress when you zoom out at the picture, but for August I'm gonna take a couple minutes to create this whole system, create the monthly goals, and maybe even retweak the visual of this, and I'm also gonna explain every single thing and why it is there. So after reviewing this journal, I wanna create a simple plan, and I'm gonna show you the end result and how it will go when it comes to August. And I'm also gonna show you now the creation process of my schedule, because those two are gonna be really important when it comes to the August, basically the whole of August is what I meant to say. Also, on another note, I just want to mention that I'm doing these videos freestyling, and I don't really have any scripts that I'm following, so that's also something that I'm gonna work on to improve. And as you can see, there have been a few changes. There is no mood check, which kind of feels a little girly. Now instead of it is the rating. And what that means is I'll rate my day from 0 to a 5, and it will consist of this. So from the highlight of the day, I'll get 1 point. For completing these, I'll also get 1 point. And from completing these, I'll get 3 points. Now, if I don't complete all of them, but do complete some, I'll give myself 2 and 1 point, accordingly. And that would mean that 5 would be the best of the best days, and 0 would mean that I've done nothing. I didn't have a good highlight that day, I didn't complete these, and I completed none of these. Hey, it's me again. I just want to say that in these monthly goals on the right hand side, I track habits and the actual inputs or the total volume of inputs I want to have. The highlights or the highlighted things are the days that I am not going to be able to do those habits, or are the month of July in the first week, as you are able to see in the video, or just the days, that I know I'll be on the road traveling, so I'm certain I won't be able to do some habits, or that some things I have planned are not gonna be able to be done physically, so that's why I do those. But when it comes to like actual goals, for example, I don't know, make $1 million in a year, I'll be making another video about that, and also about the plans and the systems I use to get these done. Now, I just want to quickly say while we're at it that journaling, morning routines, whatever, will make you rich. Actually putting in the work will. And I haven't put that as a chore or as like a habit that I'm trying to track. All of these monthly goals, basically just habits I'm tracking. And I also removed the Bible. You can probably see that, and that's because I am consistent at reading the Bible, and I'm not wanting to make it a chore. I do it out of the love completely, out of the love for the one true God, Jesus Christ. And that's why I have decided to remove it. Now, I might bring it back, I might not. I don't really have an answer on that, but I just wanted to kind of show you what I'll be doing, and it's honestly so simple. I even removed the journaling, which I did in June, because I also don't want to make that a chore. The only thing daily that I need to do is fill out this page. The rest I can skip. If I don't feel like journaling, I don't need to journal. If I don't want to write in my journal, I don't need to. But when there's something important to write, I always have that habit that I've built, and that's the beauty of this. Now, when it comes to content, I'm gonna be making my personal brand a lot better, and the system will actually be 10 times better than it used to be. Now, this video is not really gonna be systemized, but the future ones will, and I want you to stay tuned for that. So this is the calendar from when I'll be actually home and hitting the workout. As you can see, first things first, we have the morning routine, which is pretty quick, but it's something I use to get into that, get my brain into that state. Oh, I'm gonna work now, or I'm gonna do this and that, whatever. Then I like to get my workouts in early, and as you can see, I'm following a 5-day split of push pull legs, rest, and then upper lower. On Thursday, we have a dedicated time to learning a handstand, and I'm also doing that on Sunday as well. By the way, when it comes to the Sundays, I don't have anything on my schedule. I leave it open to do hobbies, to give that day to God, as it's the rest day, the God's rest day, as He created the world in 6 days, and He took the seventh day as a rest day. So I usually rest on Sundays, do things I enjoy outside business. Sometimes I work, sometimes I don't, but I leave it to be spontaneous. Now, moving back to the other 6 days, as you can see, they're quite similar, as I'm working in time blocks and I have a meal split between the first 2 time blocks. Then I have another meal after the second time block, and then I read my Bible, get some sun exposure, get that vitamin D, and then after that I do my meetings or have any errands I have to do for that day. The reason I've built it like this is because I want to work on big projects, and I want to make things when I'm most energized and when I'm basically woken up and when I have the most energy and most creativity, which is early on and after the gym, because that's how I do it. That's been my routine. And then after that I can have my manager time and actually do meetings or anything that needs to be done or that needs to be learned. After that, I usually have kickboxing on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and that is subject to change. Now I'm training in a team, and those are their times, but I was thinking about getting a personal one-on-one coach and actually kind of switching these times a little bit so I don't have to train that late at 8 p.m. Other than that, it's a pretty simple schedule, nothing too crazy. You shouldn't go crazy with your schedules. And the most important thing is to stick to it after all. So like, share, comment, do your thing. Also comment what you want to see next, and comment what you think I could improve on these videos or anything you feel like. Peace out.